good afternoon. For some of you, it might be good evening. For some of you, it might even be good morning. David Moyer, the voice doctor for the battle for a healthy voice. I told you that I was going to, on my next video, warm up the voice completely using yawn, sigh, and using the 5 basic vowel sounds E, E, A, O, and U, which is Italian. But it's a good way to do it so we don't get confused with trying to make the diphthongs work. If you don't know what that is, it's okay. We'll talk about it later. Right now, mental awareness. How am I going to sing beautifully and freely? Clear your mind. Should be emptied of everything except singing. Number 2, posture. I'm sitting up or standing up straight. Shoulders are comfortably rolled and dropped. I'm neither tense nor relaxed, but I'm poised with the energy of a ballet dancer in action, or any dancer in action for that matter. We also use, if that doesn't work for you, a medium fist. That energy should be surging through you. Number 3, our breath. Our breath is taken silently in through the mouth, travels downward and outward, expanding all the non-bony areas of the intercostal muscle set. That's the front of your abdomen, the sides, the back, and even your gluteus maximus, your bottom. Very important to use all those muscles, and you can actually isolate that. So remember that. You must think about pushing from the front, sides, and back all at the same time. And then when you get very high, you'll find that you push also from the bottom as well. What you're doing is you're pushing or rolling the muscles in, and they're pushing up on the diaphragm, which is an involuntary muscle, can't move by itself. And it's pushing up on the lungs to push the air out or move the air out. Here we go. Now that was 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Now we begin. Breath. Lifting in the cheeks. Make sure your mouth isn't spreading or this way. A little bit of a trumpet shape, and away we go. I usually do 3 of each. Now the next one is hey. 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 Now ha. Ha. I'll stop right there and interject. In the other video, I was using an M. It might be too hard to do the H. And if it is, because you get kind of a hacking of the voice, the bands snap together, you don't want that. That's called a glottal attack. So let's switch for that next ha, 2 of them. We'll do an M. Ma. Ma. Now it's mo. Mo. Oh, oh, and finally, moo, moo, moo. And if you stayed with the video this long, you're going to find out a thing about me. I sang correctly for many years, knowing how to sing incorrectly that would hurt my voice. And then to make some extra money, I decided to do that. I damaged my instrument with full knowledge of what I was doing. And I have had 3 surgeries to correct it. That's why you hear a little bit of a break in the middle. And if I was to sing my full range, it doesn't work very well in the middle anymore. There's 2 other famous singers. I don't think they knew how to sing right. And that's why They've damaged their voice so much. Adele's had 11 surgeries, and Lionel Richie's had 21. That's in what I've been told. Whether or not that's factually true, I know that they both had a lot of surgeries. I've had 3, and that is factually true. Now we continue with warming up the voice, and I say up by going down. You'll understand that in just a moment. A piano, if you look at it carefully, it has a bunch of white keys and a bunch of black keys. If you start from finding a C, look it up on YouTube, and going up to the very next C, that's called an octave. In between that are this many notes: C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and then C. So there's actually 13 different pitches. You may not know this, but the C sharp can be called a D flat. It's still the same pitch. And D sharp, E flat. We'll talk more about the rest of those later. Now we warm the voice. Starting on something in the yawn sigh area, me. I go, me. Now I go up a half step. The next key on the piano, whether black or white. Me, 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 me. And if I still had my voice, I could continue through that next part. If I let you hear freely produced sound, you'll hear why I don't do it. Me, me. You won't have that if your voice is not damaged. Now we do may. May. And if you have a low enough voice, you can go may. I can barely do that. May. 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 Notice I'm trying to look natural in my face, and I'm not doing that thing most singers and speakers do. Doesn't work. And this doesn't work. It has to be like a little trumpet. Where do you think they got the idea to make a trumpet that way, with kind of a belled end or a flared end, and a clarinet, a saxophone, all the other instruments that have that? They got it from a singer. They heard a singer go like this. And then they heard a guy go like this. And then they heard a guy go, or a lady, doesn't matter, lady, man. They went like this. Hey. Doesn't look good, doesn't sound good. The best one's the one that goes like this. So remember that. It's going to save your voice. Make sure your epiglottis, that's your Adam's apple, the bump. Put your finger, index finger, sideways on the top of the bump and gulp. That needs to stay right in that position. When you go up in your range, same thing. So now we're going to continue with ma. Ma, 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 and so on. Now what happens is, when you're singing, listen for the ears to ring, the head to have a pinging noise, like sound or noise, like kind of like high squeals of a dolphin, or a very high-pitched hummingbird, very high-pitched birdie tweet, and also listen for and feel for a buzzing in the mask. Remember, there should be nose in the tone, because that's a huge resonator in there called the nasopharynx, but there should not be tone through a nose. Hello, I'm going to sing now. Me, 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 or me, me. No. Now I'll go to mo. Mo, mo, mo. so that you can hear my upper range that still works, I'll jump up there now. We're almost done. Moo is next, and then we'll stop with this video for today. But be sure, subscribe to the channel. It makes it possible for us to continue to do this. And hit the bell, punch on it so that it brings you all our new videos by notification. A bell will ring, okay? Now here we go. Going in that higher range. Moo, 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 moo. That's completely possible for everybody within their own range. Remember the video, watch it, quality and range. Soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, bass. I finished now with moo. Moo. You hear the vibrato because I'm pushing front, sides, back. Moo. 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 I'm going to go above the wreck voice. Moo. Moo. And so on. If I had even my voice way up high, I could go clear into like a bird, like hummingbird. I have 2 students. Please watch them. Look up the videos. They're about 6 months ago. Sylvia Ruff and Emily Kellicott. Both of them do some warm-ups and they demonstrate their voices. It's about a half-hour video. If you're serious, you'll take the time to do it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Remember, subscribe. Tell everybody else to do that. And also hit the bell. Gives you the sound when new notifications come out. And meanwhile, please remember, I was the leader of the New Christy Minstrels. I was also a soloist with Fred Waring's Pennsylvanians. We sang the big song for Mr. Waring. Sleep, 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 how I love, and so on. And Christy Minstrels, the New Christy Minstrels. This land is your land, this land is my land, this land was made for you and me. One more song from the Christies. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine. See you later. Soon. Watch for more videos. Subscribe. Hit the bell so it'll ring. Bye-bye.